Welcome back to a very special Halloween-themed edition of Story Love, where we take spooky stories and we talk about them, and we ask questions, and we're inspired by them, and we let the authors know that we love their stories. And joining us today is our resident story pirate, spookologist, Eric Austin. Eric, welcome to the show.
Very happy to be here to talk spooky stories. It's one of my favorite things.
Eric, how did you become the Story Pirates resident spookologist? Do you remember?
I think maybe I just talk about scary movies enough that people were like, oh, Eric's the one. He's the guy.
Yeah, I think also you love heavy metal.
Yeah.
And especially bands that wear spooky masks.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So it all comes together.
Yeah.
Sometimes I wear a spooky mask when I go to the movies.
Oh, really?
And then they're like, sir, you can't wear that. And I'm like, that's fair. That's fair. I get it.
Sometimes Eric comes to rehearsal in the scariest masks I've ever seen, and I'll scream at the top of my lungs for 3 minutes. Spooky. And that's my warm-up.
Well, I would say today's stories are less scary than they are spooky. Mm-hmm. So
I'll be the judge of that.
Okay, well, why don't you judge this first one, Eric? Would you do us the honor of reading the first story?
I would absolutely love to. So this one comes to us from an author named Jaxson, who's 6 years old from New York. And this one is called The Man Who Couldn't Stop Snapping. Ahem. There was a man who couldn't stop snapping. He tried stopping, and then his other hand started snapping. He tried to go to a witch to see how to stop, but then his toes started snapping. Then his stomach started snapping. Then his back started snapping. Then even his hair started snapping. He finally went to the witch, and she was able to help him stop snapping. But then the witch started snapping her fingers. The end.
And it starts all over again. Wow.
That was great.
I have to say, the one step in here that was the scariest to me was the concept of your back snapping.
Well, if you're a gentleman of a certain age, your back has snapped quite a few times.
Good point.
Backs cracking, versus snapping.
Yeah.
In my mind, because I was like, snapping is sort of like flesh on flesh. I'm like, what part of your back could be thumb and finger?
Sure.
So that idea's creepy. We're like, your vertebrae cracking.
I went to a slightly scarier part where it's like there's kind of like a finger and a thumb that come out of your back a little bit and snap.
Yeah.
Which is like, I like yours better because that's just terrifying.
That's why you're the spookologist.
Yes, exactly.
Mm-hmm. How is everybody's snaps, by the way? Peter, you gave us one. Pretty good. Pretty good.
No, I can do better. No.
We got to dry.
That was the best one.
Dry the fingers.
That was the best one.
Oh, that was good. That was the sharpest.
And can you do it with your offhand?
Oh.
That's good, but do your offhand. Weak.
No, nothing.
Tough. My hand
crazy.
actually hurts doing this.
Yeah. It's weird. Some people have really loud, like crisp snaps.
Yeah.
I went to college with someone who did that, who did that, and every time it's like I just stare at him.
It's terrifying.
Now picture little fleshy fingers coming out of the back and going.
This story also made me think about physical things that are contagious, right? Mm-hmm. Like hiccups being the obvious. Wait, can hiccups be that? I meant yawn, actually.
Yawns, yeah.
But could you catch hiccups from someone?
Not that I know of.
But you can catch other stuff. There's like mass hysteria events where people catch physical symptoms from each other.
Like the dancing disease of the Middle Ages?
Yes, exactly.
I'm really fascinated about that one.
Yeah, or the witches of Salem. Wasn't that
hysteria?
Teenage girls.
Well,
catching stuff?
Apparently it was mostly corrupt officials finding a way to kick older single women off their land to steal their property.
All right, you say so,
It's less
historian.
about the young women and more.
Peter knows everybody.
My wife taught me that last week.
Sure.
What about like restless leg syndrome? Am I making that up?
Oh no, I have that.
Is that contagious though?
Just being antsy.
I think you can catch like someone's anxiety, right?
Yeah.
If they're like this all the time, and you're like, stop,
Rub off on you. Yeah.
and you start fidgeting.
You know what you got to do when you have those problems?
Go to a witch.
Yes, go to a
Yeah,
witch.
that's true.
I've read this a lot recently. It's in the zeitgeist right now. Kids like to solve their problems by going to the local witch.
Kids do?
Yeah, I've read a lot of stories.
Oh, in stories.
Yeah, in
I think
stories.
that's not recent.
Well, I've read a bunch of those stories recently, more than normal, it seems.
Well, because it's Halloween time. It's spooky.
Does the witch normally take the problems on?
No, this is a first.
Because this is a twist.
Most of
Yeah.
the time, the witch goes, "I'll help you," and then she makes it worse somehow and giggles to herself. But not this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, this witch caught the snapping of the fingers. That's what you get for trying to help someone, which
It makes me wonder, was the witch like, hey, I'll take that from you? Or was it just kind of a side effect?
oh, that's an interesting
You know?
thought. Like it could be the sort of thing where you're like, you can't ever get rid of snapping, you can only just pass it on.
I think the ... but then the witch started snapping her fingers implies that this was not her plan.
Sure,
Good point. Good point.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I got to say, Jaxson, incredible story. Thank you so much for sending it in. Peter, would you read us our next one?
Yes, Lee, Eric, this story comes to us from a 7-year-old from California named Joanna. And Joanna's story is called Fred.
On its face, not a spooky story so far.
No.
Pleasant.
Very, very pleasant.
Very interested to see how this gets spooked.
I bet it won't even get scary at all.
Oh,
boy.
Famous last words.
That is when you are about to get very spooked.
Once upon a time, there was a donut. Ooh. His name was Fred. Fred was a jelly donut. He went to Donut Academy for school. His friend was Anne, the chocolate donut. One morning, they woke up on a plate.
Uh-oh.
Fred? Said Anne. Ah! Said Fred. A hand picked him up and ate one bite of Fred. No! Fred screamed. A human! Then the human ate the rest of Fred. And he ate Anne too! Then he drank a sip of coffee. And that is the end of Fred and Anne. The end.
Dun, dun, dun! Spooked! I got spooked by
That was,
one.
yeah, wow. Waking up on a plate alone
Horror.
is just terrifying to me.
I want to know what the role of the Donut Academy is in this, in sending Fred and Anne to be eaten. I feel like it's the part in the Scary Movie where you go to like some sort of hospital or sanatorium. They're like,
Everything will be
"Welcome."
good here.
Yes, this would be a very nice place for you.
Yes.
The Donut Academy. Just come over here.
Yes, we'll fix all your problems, all your troubles.
It's also very effective. For me, it painted a picture of these donuts that I feel like, oh, I can see their life. I'm rooting for them now. Oh, they're at school. They have such a bright future ahead of them. In a stomach.
I really thought they were going to maybe run away or, had some kind of plan to get away. But no, it just a huge bite. And then...
Eric, I have a question for you. How many horror movies do you think end with just all the characters being eaten and there's no survivor?
Few.
Yeah, that's
Very few.
Right. Someone always survives.
Yeah, at least one person.
But not in Joanna's vision. In Joanna's vision,
dark.
There's a dark ending to Fred and Anne. I also want to mention that the title of this story is Fred. What do you think that does this tell us anything? Is that a clue?
I think it makes, this is not a clue, but I was picturing the movie poster for the horror movie Fred. And it's a dark space and you see the edge of a plate at the bottom and there's just a smear of jelly and it just says Fred. And the boringness of Fred suddenly makes you uneasy.
Let me guess, it's strawberry jelly too.
Yeah, dude.
I don't know. This is
I like where
spooky.
your head is, yeah.
All right, I think we got one more story here. Another spooky story from Parker, a 9-year-old in Oregon. This story is called The Scary Vampire. We're in clear spooked territory.
Scare me already.
It was a dark and stormy night. Deep in a dark basement, there was a vampire that would scare every kid by giving them cotton candy that screamed at them. And he would pop balloons in their face, and that made them happy. In the end, he was nice. The end.
Wow.
The ultimate twist.
Yeah.
Full circle, yeah. Wow. I gotta say, the idea of any kind of candy or food screaming at you, I don't like it. Very
Terrifying.
unsettling. Yeah.
And am I reading this correctly then that the popped balloons made the kids happy?
Yeah.
The kids like the pop balloons.
They got probably, one of those where you're like, here, I got your balloon. Oh,
Does that ever really happen?
not to me.
Pop balloons are one of the scariest things that humans have ever invented.
But maybe after your cotton candy screamed at you, your brain is just kind of like, hey, I don't know what's going on. Pop balloon. Oh, hey, I'm back.
That's true.
There's a certain level of tension where balloons go from fun startled when they're popped to that was scary. The tighter that balloon is with air and you pop it, the more likely we're all gonna freak. But if it's loose, you go, boop, you go,
I think science needs to come up with balloons that pop in a non-startling way. The way that
slow.
we were talking recently with Cuckoo about the water balloons that reusable water balloons.
You heard about this?
Where are these?
Oh.
It's magnetized cups. Water balloon, you throw it and it breaks apart. Incredible.
Yeah. Don't you think they should use that technology for balloons?
I think so. Like a light plastic, get some helium in there.
Do you know the most fun way to pop a balloon?
Yep. It's fun until everyone in the room is like, please stop doing that. And they start yelling at you. And then it's like, sorry.
It's great to be in any sort of social gathering, like with your family and Thanksgiving, and you just have a balloon and you just every few seconds you go under the table.
You say, Uncle Greg.
Oh,
Come on,
Greg.
not again.
It never gets old.
If we could circle back to the cotton candy that screams at you, because I agree that's terrifying. But the thing specifically that terrifies me is to have a food where you're bringing food to your mouth and then the food suddenly has its own mouth.
Terrifying. I'm the kind of person, I can't eat anything with a head on. Like when you get whole like shrimp at a restaurant, no thank you. I don't need anything looking at me before I eat it.
You want to decapitate them before you eat them.
Yeah.
It needs to be shrimp.
You don't want your
it's
food
not-
to have any personality.
Exactly. I don't need you looking up at me as I get my knife and fork ready and, I'm like salivating. And then here you are.
Why have you done this to me, Eric?
It's like, come on.
I do
It's not
remember,
my fault.
though, a long time ago, I was at a Greek restaurant with the father of a friend, and we ordered a sea bass, and the father was like, bring me the head, too.
Oh, yeah.
And they brought the head, and
Eyeballs.
we didn't eat the eyeballs, but we ate the cheek meat. And it was the most delicious part.
I buy that.
Really?
Yeah. Think of your cheeks. They're like, oh, they're so tender.
Those little pockets.
Oh,
of
these are tender guys.
the pearls of the chicken.
What?
I think they're called pearls.
Are you pointing at your back right now?
Yeah, there's these little spots that they pop out and they're.
I've never heard of this.
I might not be. It might not be real.
Is that they're in the back?
Yeah,
Is that how chickens snap?
chicken.
Don't Google right now. We're
I mean-
having a conversation.
Pearls. You're right.
I made a callback joke that went over everybody's head.
What was it?
The chickens, they snap with their pearls in the back. The back snap from the first story that Jaxson wrote. Thank
Wow.
you.
And on that incredible note, that's all we got for Story Love today. Thanks for joining us. To read all of these stories, you can go to storypirates.com. And if you'd like to hear more about our corporate volunteer program, where people help us respond to the tens of thousands of stories that we get every year, you can also find that info at storypirates.com. Thanks for sending us your stories. Bye.